In the history of colonialism, there have been so many conquests that have taken place. Today we want to look at the Portuguese conquest of the Jaffna kingdom. The kingdom occurred after Portuguese traders arrived at the rival Kotte kingdom in southwest of modern Sri Lanka in 1505. Many kings of Jaffna, such as Kanakil I, initially confronted the Portuguese in their attempts at converting the locals to Roman Catholicism, but eventually made peace with them. By 1591, the king of Jaffna, Trimana Sinkam, was installed by the Portuguese. Although he was nominally a client, he resisted missionary activities and helped the interior Kandayan kingdom in its quest to get military help from South India. Eventually, a usurper named Kanakil II resisted Portuguese overlordship only to find himself ousted and hanged by Felipe Oliveira in 1619. The subsequent rule by the Portuguese saw the population convert to Roman Catholicism. The population also decreased due to excessive taxation, as most people fled the core areas of the former kingdom. Portuguese traders reached Sri Lanka in 1505. Their initial foray was against the southwestern coastal cotton kingdom, which enjoyed a lucrative monopoly on the spice trade, which was also of interest to the Portuguese. The Jaffna kingdom came to the attention of Portuguese officials in Colombo for multiple reasons, which included their interference in Roman Catholic missionary activities. The lucrative markets and strategic benefits of Jaffna's Vinimai chieftaincies and their support of anti-Portuguese factions within the Kotte kingdom, such as the chieftains from Sitawaka. By the late 16th century, Portuguese influence strengthened in the courts of Kandayan and Kotte kingdoms, and some of Jaffna's Vinimai chieftaincies were subdued by these kings. The Jaffna kingdom functioned as a logistical base for the Kandayan kingdom, located in the central highlands without access to any seaports. They gained access to the seaports of Trincomalee and Batticaloa in the east, but the Jaffna Peninsula proved more convenient as an entry port for military aid arriving from South India. Furthermore, it was feared by the Portuguese that due to its strategic location, the Jaffna kingdom might become a beachhead for Dutch landings. It was King Kanakil I who resisted contacts with the Portuguese and even massacred 600 to 700 Parava Catholics in the island of Mannar. These Catholics had been brought from India to Mannar to take over the lucrative pearl fisheries extending to Puttalam from the Jaffna kings. The first expedition, led by Viceroy Dom Constantino Braganca in 1560, failed to subdue the kingdom but captured Mannar Island. Although the circumstances are unclear, by 1582, the Jaffna king was paying a tribute to Portuguese of 10 elephants, or an equivalent in cash. In 1591, during the second expedition, led by André de Mendonça, king of Puvirasa, Udaram, was killed and his son, Trimana Sinkam, was installed as the monarch. This arrangement gave the Catholic missionaries freedom of action and monopoly in elephant exports to the Portuguese, which the incumbent king, however, resisted. He helped the Kandian kingdom under kings Vimaladharmusya and Sanarat, which occurred in 1604 to 1635. During the period 1593 and 1635, with the intent of securing help from South India to resist the Portuguese. He, however, maintained autonomy of the kingdom without overtly provoking the Portuguese. With the death of Parararasasekaran in 1617, Kanakil II, an usurper, took control of the throne after killing the regent nominated by Ethrimana Singham. Unable to secure Portuguese acceptance of his kingship, Kanakil II, through Megapol Arachi, invited military aid from Tanjavuru Nayaks and the Karayas, and allowed them to use a base in Nendetivu, hence posing a threat to Portuguese shipping routes through the Park Strait. The Portuguese accounts refer to 6 attempts made by rebels to install a local prince on the Jaffna throne in the years 1620 and 1621. At first, the chief of Karayas rose in revolt and offered resistance to the Portuguese. With the help of a large troops of Tanjavur Nayaks, Felipe Oliveira is said to have defeated him near Nalur. By June 1619, there were 2 Portuguese expeditions, a naval expedition that was repulsed led by the Varun al-Kulatan, also known as Kem Nayak, and a land expedition by Felipe Oliveira, and his army of 5,000 was able to defeat Kanakil. Kanakil, along with every surviving member of the royal family, was captured and taken to Goa, where he was hanged. Jaffna prisoners were beheaded. The remaining captives were asked to become monks or nuns in the holy orders, and as most obliged, the celibacy avoided the production of other claimants to the Jaffna throne. Although the Portuguese attempted to eliminate the Jaffna royal family through celibacy, a number of families of Sri Lankan Tamil origin claim to descend from the royal family today. Over the next 40 years, starting from 1619 until the Dutch capture of Jaffna fort in 1658, there were 3 rebellions against Portuguese rule. 2 were led by Megapol Archie. During that period, Portuguese destroyed every Hindu temple and the Surathi Mahal Library in Nalur, the royal repository of all literary output of the kingdom. Due to excessive taxation, population decreased and many people moved to Ramanathapuram in India and the Ivani districts further south. External commerce was negatively impacted, though elephants, Jaffna's principal exports, were traded for saltpeter, which various kingdoms in India and sent to Lisbon. Thus, decline in trade made it difficult to pay for essential imports, and such items ceased to be imported. In the words of Fano Quayos, the principal chronicler of Portuguese colonial exploits in Sri Lanka, the people of Jaffna were reduced to the uttermost misery during the Portuguese colonial era.
Engaged with Daily Inside Africa, the channel that caters to your diverse interests throughout the week. Tune in every Monday for insightful discussions on education and career trends. Get your political fix every Tuesday. On Wednesdays, our experts break down the business landscape. Thursdays are dedicated to your well-being, with in-depth reports on health matters. Join us on Fridays for a dose of entertainment news that keeps you in the loop about the latest trends.